Hey everybody, it's Summoner Respiratory Flux, call me Flux for short, or whatever you want to call me. And in the last episode, we took care of business inside Jabu Jabu, and rescued Ruto, recovered the Spiritual Stone of Water, and in this episode, we're going to start taking care of some miscellaneous stuff around Hyrule now that we've gotten everything that we have from this dungeon. First off, this wall you could just kind of blow up. There's not really a whole lot of indication except those rocks that in the middle of it that it might draw you to bomb. But the whole wall actually blows up, and behind it is another Great Fairies fountain, which you want to go out of your way to get. You might want to get this before you go into Jabu Jabu, actually, but I didn't, just because I felt like this was kind of a better thing to do now than breaking the flow of the story to... I don't know. I didn't really have much reason other than just I didn't feel like doing it yet. So there. But anyway, with that we've met another Great Fairy, the Great Fairy of Magic. I think we've already met a Great Fairy Magic. She will give us a magic spell, please take it. Alright then. And this one is very much green. Yes, it is. You got Furor's Wind. This is warp magic you can use with C. Warp when you are in danger. You will teleport to the warp point. When you first use the magic, you will create a warp point. And when you use the magic again, you can either dispel the warp point you created last time, or warp to that point. It can be useful. You can use it only in dungeons that have a dungeon map hidden inside. Which, yes, that includes Jabu Jabu for whatever reason. Yeah, I'll come back to see you. You're a little bit out of the way, but maybe I'll consider it sometimes. Anyway. But, basically, any dungeon that has a full dungeon with a dungeon map, you can set a warp point at the entrance of any entrance to any room, and you can just teleport back to it whenever you want. That said, it has some limitations to it, so it's not always the most useful thing. But in case you couldn't tell by me turning it to nighttime, we're going on a Skulltula hunt. Because there are going to be plenty that we can get now that we couldn't before, now that we have our boomerang. So there are going to be a lot of places where a new Skulltula location is available to us. Like right here. Now that we have our boomerang, we can... However, that said, it takes 2 throws of the boomerang to kill an enemy. So it can be a little bit difficult, and it can be more difficult to aim the boomerang at something you can't target than the slingshot. So the slingshot may still be your best bet for killing the Skulltula, but oftentimes the token will be out of reach unless you have the boomerang. So keep that in mind. And with that, we can go back into Zora's Domain. I'm not gonna bother talking to you, honestly, because I just don't really feel like it. I'm not sure. Is there much else to do in here? It does not seem like it. We already took care of all of the Skulltulas in Zora's River, so we might as well go into Lake Hylia. Excuse me. Go back to Lake Hylia and start looking around for some stuff there. I don't know. I guess I can just kind of ramble about stuff, because I do like to keep my commentary somewhat relevant, but at the same time, sometimes it's just not all that interesting to just be repeating everything that I'm doing on screen, especially because, yeah, it can get a little bit silly. I don't know. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah. I was just very quiet there for no reason because I got lost in focusing on not falling off this railing. Kepura Gebora is over there, kind of sitting on a random grave. I don't think we ever find out why there's just a random grave in the middle of Lake Hylia, but anyway. There's some islands just kind of in the middle of the lake, which are rather nice, but like another one of these podiums here. Been seeing those a few places around, if you've been paying attention. So, maybe something to remember. Is this here yet or not? I don't really know. I'm sorry for the sun song playing. I've been just trying to keep it nighttime so I can look around for Skulltulas that only appear at night because... Ah, yes, it is here. Good. Very good. I think there might be something under that grave. I'm not certain. But I don't really want to talk to Kepura Gebora right now because he will offer to fly you to Hyrule Castle, and if we go there, then we're going to be stuck in a cutscene with story happening, and I feel like taking care of some other stuff first. So, I guess I was going to do Skulltula hunting for a bit, but I guess we're doing this first. Fishing pond. The fish are really biting today. Sure. This is the fishing minigame, which a lot of people really love the fishing minigame in this particular game. A lot of people really like fishing minigames in a lot of games. I was never particularly fond of this one, and I don't know why. Fishing for 20 rupees? Sure. Oh no, your rumble feature isn't on. It's because I'm using a wave bird. With the rumble feature, you can feel the vibrations of a fish on your hook. This time, no rumble for you. Tell that to Nintendo. They didn't put a rumble in the wave bird. Anyway, okay, listen up. Walk to the water's edge, press L to look at a fish. Yeah, I understand. Okay. He also told us the weight of the largest fish caught so far in the pond. That's kind of our goal, is to catch a really big fish. I think part of the reason why I've never been particularly fond of this particular fishing minigame is because I've never been particularly good at it. Honestly, it's as simple as that. It really is, but it's also really finicky. And I just never felt like... I didn't even see the fish that bit the first time, so, I'm going to assume that was a small one. So you can either kind of press B or use the control stick to kind of make the lure dance a bit to attract fish's attention. Or you can just kind of reel it in with A. What you want to do is going to depend largely on where the fish are compared to where your line is. Yeah, it's kind of boring until you actually until you actually get the fish on your line. It's actually pretty boring. Also, that was a really big one right next to me, and if it had actually bitten, that would have made this so much easier. Okay, you want to hold the A button while holding the control stick down, and then you kind of gotta tilt the stick side to side while reeling it in. And sometimes the fish will just kind of randomly get away, which is... It doesn't seem like I have much bearing on when it does. You want to kind of be standing in the middle. Well, it's about 8 pounds. I'll keep it for now because I think it's bigger than the current record, but I don't think that's going to be big enough to actually get our reward, because he has to make a specific comment before he'll actually give you the reward. You can actually check this fish. 6 pounds, the angler, the pond owner. An 8-pound fish is pretty big, but it's not going to be big enough to cause a specific mention. I don't know. I think my issue with the fishing minigame is, honestly, it's just hard to remember what's good and what to do, what you're supposed to do, and it takes so much time. It's just kind of dull, aside from the moments where it's exciting. And that's not to say that fishing minigames can't be fun. I have loved fishing minigames in other games. Just not this one, and it's considered to be like one of the most famous fishing minigames in any video game ever, just because it's one of the most famous video games. Oh, what the? I didn't even have to cut that. I literally caught it as soon as it bit on the line. Amazing. 10 pounds, real lunker. Yes, I want to keep that one. And I let go of the 8-pound fish because this is the one you want. Oh, that was just great. What do you want? Weigh my fish. Whoa! This fish is huge. It looks like a new record. It weighs at least 10 pounds. Seriously. Okay, here's your prize. And you get a piece of heart for this. You want to do this and then come back later and do the fishing mini game again. But you don't need to do it again right now. So... And then you can just say, I want to quit. Come back when you get older. It'll be bigger too. Well, maybe. Angler, link. Haha. I beat your fish. Okay then. Not sure where I was going with that. Anyway. So, yeah, that kind of sets us up for some more random stuff around Hyrule Field and other places. Now that we have our boomerang and a whole lot of other things, we can start doing some miscellaneous stuff, but I can't think of too many other things, honestly. There are a few more sculptures we can get now that we have the boomerang. Ah, I know where at least one of them is. This is where Lake Hylia is on Hyrule Field, for the record. You can kind of scoot around over here to get up over these fences, but otherwise it's a little tricky, so oftentimes going through Zora's domain is the first time you'll get there. There's a hole you can bomb your way into right here in the middle of these fences, and you want to do this. You want to talk to this business scrub here. Alright, you win. In return for sparing me, I will sell you a piece of heart. 1 piece, 10 rupees it is. Yeah, that's kind of a bargain. So we got another one, 3 pieces. Yeah, oh, and he gave me 3 rupees back, so that was only 7 rupees. Not bad. I think there might be a few other holes that you can fall into, but I don't remember if any have anything particularly worth getting. This one's really close by. You don't even have to open it. You can just jump in, so. 5 rupees. could be worse, I guess. But I mainly remember that one because it was because it's so easy to get into its features and kind of some of the randomizers, but because that's a very good spot to check. P-hats are really obnoxious in this game, honestly. But I'm trying to figure out a couple places to go. Well, we can go over here. This is actually a place that the game doesn't typically expect you to go yet. You can wander around here and find your progress blocked somewhat. But there are a few things you can do here now. I believe you can bomb this spot and actually... Yeah, okay, so that is a grotto. I think this one is actually different. Yeah. Here you have some spider webs. And one of these has something interesting behind it. Yes, this one. So if you have Din's Fire, you can actually burn these webs. And... I think I got 2 of them, actually, but... Anyway. This cow here will actually give you milk if you play it at Pona's song, which is really weird and random. But more importantly, there is a Skulltula here. Yeah. Gosh, I've been meaning to be just talking about things to make it not boring to listen to me for like several minutes. Then I got distracted by the fishing minigame. This will probably be the last video that goes up before Super Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out, and not to be putting a date on these LPs, but I don't know. I guess I just feel like talking about that a bit, I guess. This area, we don't really have a whole lot specifically to do here, but what we can do a few things, and it's actually kind of worth the time to do it now if we can. It's just that we won't really be able to do anything super important. It's like Skulltulas and I think a piece of heart. Or maybe 2 pieces of heart. I don't know. What we want to do is... See that box down there? I want to take this chicken and glide down to this box. Did that get you a piece of heart? All right. And the chicken kind of fell away. This looks like a little speedrun trick that I don't really know how to properly set up. You can try and kind of like... You can try and backflip and do a jump slash. And I can kind of... I don't know. It's a speedrun trick. I messed it up, so I'm just gonna meet you back up there. Alright, I am back, and this time it's daytime, so there's actually the classic music everyone knows and loves from this area. You can talk to the woman on the bridge over there. She's not gonna let you through, so you can't really cross to the other side. But there are a few things we can do if we glide down towards this waterfall. Actually, should I go there yet? Yeah. I love how just silly that is. But you can get that. Also, let me pick up this chicken. Glide over here. And unfortunately, we're going to have to jump in the river and go back to Lake Hylia again, like I just did before. That's the unfortunate thing if you lose the chicken from that other place. There's a cow here, and a patch of soft dirt. Oh my goodness! Yes, I know there's soft dirt. I'm trying to roll into this box. Not that it really has anything, but you see soft dirt? What do? Put a bug in it. No, we don't really need to plant a bean in this one. I don't think it really does anything super important. I think we've planted we've put some bugs in most of the spots that we need to. I think there's a couple more that we can do that we haven't. I don't really know for sure. I'm trying to remember which ones we still need to even plant beans in, too. So, I'll meet you back up in Hyrule Field. And we're going to go to our next area that we need to go to, which I promise will be the last thing in this episode. Okay? Alright, we are back and we are here at Lon Lon Ranch. Now, I know I mentioned that there were a couple more things we could do here that we didn't before. We couldn't before. Well, now we can. So let's go ahead and turn it to night. Because you want it to be nighttime. Because yes, this does involve Skulltulas. I wonder how you could have figured that one out. But unfortunately, that means we're not going to hear the good music, but we still need to do it. There are Skulltulas that are going to be around. There's one up on the window of the house. And obviously, you can't get that down until you got the boomerang. Granted, you could slingshot it, but the boomerang is definitely necessary to do that. I don't know. I don't know. Also, the boomerang has a ruby kind of set into the middle of it. I'm not really a weapons designer, obviously, but is it just me, or would that really kind of weigh it down a bit? It doesn't really seem all that effective. I mean, I could just be completely ignorant of the aerodynamics of boomerangs, but I feel like having a huge gemstone set into both sides of the middle of a boomerang would make it rather difficult to fly. There's a grotto here? I didn't know that. It's just business scrubs, though, and I'm pretty sure they don't sell you anything important. But I don't know for sure. Is there one more golden Skulltula that we can find here now? 'Cause I'm pretty sure there's one out along the perimeter of the ranch. Ah, yes. There it is. There he is. Or she. I honestly don't know. It's kind of hard to tell with a spider, really. Excuse me. Go away. Wow. That was the dumbest joke I could have made there. But yeah. That gives us how many? 37 gold Skulltulas. So we are almost to 40. And we can even get a few more. So we are well on our way to clearing out most of the Skulltulas, actually. It's kind of amazing. But we'll probably get a little bit closer in the next episode, because we've still got more miscellaneous pickups to be going after. So, this has been Somni Respiratory Flux. Respond, vibrate, feedback, resonate in the comments below. Tell me how you think I did. And in the next episode, go away! Go away! This is my stripe! Anyway, in the next episode, we will do some more of that. See you guys then. I'm telling you,